Hello. What does God mean to you? Is it the ground of all being, a universal life force, the great originator of everything, eternal cosmic consciousness, infinite mind, perfect parent, divine love, or simply nothing, or just nothing? Whatever your preferred description, here's my understanding of our origins, how we got here, and what's our purpose in life. I think you need both scientific and Christian religious thought to grasp the idea. I imagine God as a parental mind who has a lovely idea to create something out of nothing but divine love. And so our wonderful universe of matter, space and time, revealed to us by science, began with a big light burst over 13 billion years ago. A spirit world of angels was created first to be agents, messengers and guardians of this idea. They've been hard at work ever since. But it seems that there is an inherent hitch in a world created from unconditional divine love. And it's this. The attraction of such love can only be practiced by creatures if it's a free choice. Thus there's always the possibility that love of selfish ideas can be chosen over love of the divine idea. Unfortunately, inevitably, a minority of the angels, a third apparently, chose to love their own unwise ideas more than God's perfect wisdom. And they became egotists, what we'd call bad spirits, evil forces, or demons messing things up. And so the development of our lovely universe did not happen as it should have done. Unlove entered into it, and material and spiritual problems awaited life when it would eventually evolve. Thus nature is indeed wonderful, but also can be cruel and unlovely, with survival of the fittest and death being overriding rules of existence. Science and religion tell us that we human beings came into being starting 2.5 million years ago, that we continued to evolve, and that sometime we were given souls made in the image of God. Then we were tempted by the bad spirits to love our own ideas more than God's, just as they had done, and we fell for it, thinking we would be better off doing things our way. As a result, we've all had social, mental, physical, spiritual and psychological problems, as well as natural ones ever since, and have no true idea what it is to have well-being in mind, body and spirit, although we try very hard to get it. The trouble is, we embraced the science, but rejected true religion. We've always had an intuitive awareness of God, since all of us have the divine creative principle within us, which we've interpreted in different ways, thus forming our many religions. In Christianity, it's called the Logos, Word, or Christ. But God had a plan to sort out our imperfect human ideas about what's truly real and divine. This plan began to be revealed through a Middle Eastern people, the Jews, starting some 4,000 years ago. And their history is documented in the bibliography of the Old Testament of the Bible. God chose the Jews at that time and place because they were intelligent, good with ideas, listened spiritually, remembered their history, and passed it on from one generation to another. About 2,020 years ago, Jesus, himself a Jew, was born, the key person in this plan. Jesus was in fact God in human form, that is, the Christ, the true divine image of love and wisdom. He was born in Bethlehem, brought up in Nazareth, and taught throughout the Holy Land. His earthly mother was Mary, but his spiritual father was God. He died when 33 years old, unjustly crucified on a cross, a horrible form of Roman torture and execution for criminals. By his life, Jesus showed us how to live lives of true love. By his death, he sorted out all the social, legal, moral, and psychological mess that we've got ourselves into. And by his resurrection on earth, he opened the way for life after death. he formed a people of followers to pass on his teaching and make available all sorts of wonderful free gifts, sacraments, scriptures and skills to continue the process of being able to love divinely. We're now not alone in this journey and have lots of help if we ask for it. The history and guidelines of the early church and its mission to love are recorded in the New Testament of the Bible, written by human authors who were inspired by the light of God. Since the Bible's completion, more than 350 years after Jesus departed back to God, his followers have grown in numbers, forming the present church of 2.3 billion Christians, guided more or less by Jesus' light within all of us. We still try to follow our own ideas about what he taught, and as a result, Jesus' church is split into different denominations instead of being united as he originally wanted us to be. However, despite our differences, we try to make the world a better place and share the teachings of Jesus with everyone. His good news, gospel, is that God always loves us, and we can be forgiven for following our own ideas and can return his love by loving others, especially the neediest, as we should love ourselves. Best of all, Jesus' resurrection demonstrates that life after death, living fully in God's love, is available to all who accept and try to follow his divine teaching. We are all God's children and are promised that at some time Jesus will return in body and creation will be restored both physically and spiritually. We will be reunited with God, still retaining our original identities, with the bad spirits and death defeated. I think that this heaven, a true utopia, will be a new age and an extra dimension to life. We really have no idea what it's like, since we are limited by space, time and our scientific and religious knowledge. But we are assured that it is far more wonderful than the universe that God originally created. And I think that's indeed a lovely idea, and it's really true. What's your own idea about this? If you want to find out more about other ideas, explore the websites at the end. You'll find resources that might help you in your search for answers. The link to What's Up Parts 1 and 2 in mine is about well-being from my Christian perspective. Do take a look. And thank you for listening, and may God bless you.